Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. We are here.
Where?
On stage
with Dance Alive. That was new. I know. Where?
Where? I like it.
Oh, how was your weekend?
Weekend was wonderful.
Tell me about it.
Wonderful. Hey, you were there a lot at the time.
I know.
We did the Next Generation, which is a student group, did their fall concert at Eastside High School.
Yes.
And I have to shout out to Tammy Myers, who heads the drama department there. She was there all day helping us.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was great fun, and the students were beautiful.
Yes.
Jesse coached one of the girls in Don Q Padada, and it was.
I am very pleased what she did, and like we were talking, all the students, they all did a great job. Great job, and the performance have a very good quality.
You know, one of the people there who has children but hadn't been for a while said that's what art should be about. He said it was uplifting, it had a spiritual flavor
awesome.
to it. I know.
Fantastic.
He said we just need more of that. And I
That's
thought,
right.
Yes,
That's right.
That's where
right.
we need to be. Yep, it was good.
Well, let's not forget what is important. Let's thank to our sponsors, please.
Can I?
Please.
Okay. So Felipe wants to see Yvette Godet. Yvette Godet is one of our sponsors, and she takes care of our dancers, so they have gorgeous, beautiful smiles. Tim Cannon, Alliance Credit Union is a main sponsor. Tim Cannon is back from his anniversary trip, getting ready to go out on the road with Nutcracker as stage manager. And there's somebody here in this studio. I don't know. If you want to party, who do we need?
Elio and the Fiesta Media.
Fiesta Media, yes, indeed. And then Profile Studios, but that's okay. So,
well, you guys are amazing.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, my week was pretty nice too. You know what we are doing, guys. It's already Nutcracker season. You can believe it?
Yeah.
It's that time of the year.
We head out. We're going to be in Americas. Americas is December 2nd.
Yes.
And then the next day we're going to be
Newberry.
in Alachua.
Alachua, that's right.
For Nutcracker on the Lawn. The people at Alachua are just that center.
Yeah.
Legacy is they are just great. So that will be that's free. Bring your chairs,
bring your blankets, bring your chair.
Don't wear your mink and plan on sitting on that. I had one person that came up to me last year, and she said, well, I said, you can coach. She said, but I'm wearing my mink. And I said, don't sit on the mink. It's like, no.
I have to say that I always love that performance.
I do too.
I love it. I love the energy of the performance because, all the kids go on the front and they love the Sugar Plum Fairy. And I am normally the Sugar Plum for that show. So, yeah.
And there are people up on the hills, and so they can watch down.
It's beautiful. And exactly what you say. It's free. It's a great opportunity for the Alachua community and also for Gainesville community to go there, enjoy, have a family.
It's so
time.
Beautiful. It is under the stars. It's 7 o'clock, so you have, beautiful night. It's just quite wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, makes you feel good.
Well, yeah, so we are rehearsing the Nutcracker already at the studio. We are working hard. I mean, we have new dancers that they are learning the steps, but I think that they are doing an amazing job. And the regulars, we are just, trying to make it happen and trying to
keep it fresh and fun. Yeah, keep it fresh. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's see a little clip of that, what we have been doing during the week.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, mostly what you see there was class and flowers for Nutcracker with the girls. They are doing amazing job.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, I always love when it's Nutcracker season. Always, I love it. I love these shows.
It feels so good.
Well, as a tradition, we present every week one of our dancers, and the dancer of this week is interesting because we were talking like we don't know her much because it's one of our new, brand new. Yeah. She has been with us for 3 weeks.
That's it.
Her name is Beatriz Correa, and she's from Brazil. Pretty young. Lady, but she's beautiful. And
wasn't she a student of Jose's?
Yes, I think she take classes on the studio that Jose works on the past in Brazil. Yeah, she's lovely, and I wish her a beautiful career, and hopefully
she was lovely in Requiem.
Yeah, she was. So let's see Beatriz Correa's, our dancer of the week.
The Requiem we did last Sunday at Holy Trinity, and the conductor that you saw was also the composer. And if you're interested in seeing that program, they really did a beautiful job. You can go to Holy Trinity Episcopal Church and scroll down, and they have events and streaming, and you can see the whole thing. The music was beautiful.
And the video is awesome, too.
It is awesome. It is awesome. I loved Leslie Odom on, she was playing the Mission, the music from the Mission. She plays, I lost the instrument. I know. Okay.
Well, she was good.
Oh, she's amazing. A phenomenal teacher as well as performer. She's a primary faculty at the University of Florida, the music department.
That's awesome. I believe like Dance Alive and the Holy Trinity, we are both very lucky to have each other.
Absolutely.
And to be able to do that performance every year for the community. That is another free show where people don't have to pay to go and see a good dance and hear very nice music.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Judy, it's time for our guest.
Woohoo.
Please.
All right.
Can you present her?
I can present her. All right. Carol Richardson, I've known for how long?
Over 20.
Over 20 years.
Welcome.
I think the first time maybe was at Duval when we were working there, the program there.
Right.
Carol is one of those people that is incredibly gifted and talented in working with a lot of different people in a lot of different ways. She is absolutely passionate about the arts and has done so much. I served briefly on the Alachua County Arts Council, and I have to say she was chairman there for a number of years and made so many things happen that were just like watching her run a meeting is like
that sounds fantastic.
That is the way to do it. You know?
That sounds amazing.
Oh yeah,
that sounds good. Well, let's go with our first question.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And our first question will be, tell us about yourself.
There we go.
Okay. So as Judy said, I am a lifelong resident of the city of Gainesville, Alachua County. I currently live in this beautiful city of Alachua. I started in my theatrical journey with a children's group called Fable Factory back in the early 80s. And then later I joined the Acrosstown Repertory Theater as one of the founding members that moved over to the new Baird Center where it's located today. So my claim to fame has been really a commitment to African American theater.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And
there's more.
Of course.
Tell me about. I've been seeing things on Facebook, the Aquin Jones Museum and Cultural Center.
Yes.
Come on.
Okay. So I'm very, very pleased to be right now the temporary interim museum coordinator for Aquin Jones Museum. And it is a municipal museum. It's owned by the city of Gainesville under the management of the Department of Cultural Affairs with Russell Etling and Leslie Ladenford. And the Aquin Jones Museum came out of a commitment of people from the community as well as the Aquin Jones family. He was the first African American principal of what was Lincoln High School during the days of segregation, and then he fought for the rights of African Americans to achieve higher education. Many of the schools back during segregation, they only stopped at 8th grade, and Aquin Jones campaigned throughout the state of Florida to get a 12th grade education so that students could go on and receive a higher education. So in 2006, the city of Gainesville, CRA, and the Aquin Jones family renovated his homestead, which is where he lived for 54 years, and now it is a museum in his honor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to keep prodding her.
Yeah. Come on.
I know you're also on an advisory council for events and arts in the city of Alachua.
Correct. I really love the city of Alachua. Got married, moved there. I love our Legacy Park is our jewel. It's a beautiful facility. We have an indoor stage as well as an outdoor. So I'm the current chair for the city of Alachua's Recreation Center and Culture. And then each year I organize the Martin Luther King celebration. We bring in visual artists. We bring in dance. We bring in guest speakers as well as Legacy. We've had Dream Girls, of course, Dance Alive. And we may be bringing the color purple.
That'll be good.
And then some other activities. So Legacy is really committed to the community, the city of Alachua, the city manager, and the commissioners. And this has been a huge financial undertaking for a small municipality as the city of Alachua. It doesn't have the same resources as the city of Gainesville, but it shows that they really do care about the community and want to give that space a venue for people.
We have talked about that in the past with other guests that they are involved in the Alachua community, and it's very interesting for me how you guys keep together and work together and support each other.
Correct.
Is amazing, and that's, I believe that's one of the reasons why the city is growing in the way that it's growing.
And it's as it's growing with people coming into the community, as we all say, even in Gainesville, we want a place that we can work and play, right?
Yeah.
So that's why the arts are so important, and that's why I right now as a city temporary city employee, I can't lobby for funding. But prior to Aquin Jones, I did go up to Tallahassee quite often and lobby for funding.
I had a trip up with Carol and with her husband, E. Stanley Richardson, who is the poet laureate of Alachua County.
There he is.
Yeah. And that was, we went up and lobbied with Gina Peoples, and that was a wonderful time going up and back because we could find out more about each other, and then talk about what we wanted to accomplish. It was quite good. I don't know if you know, but we're doing an outreach program. We'll be at Legacy Park doing classes for K through 3, and
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and then I think 5 through 8. Emily Pozick is going to be doing those starting
that's
in
awesome.
January. Yeah, that will be another, element that's going to be happening. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's just so much in the city, in Gainesville, in the county. And what I really like is the arts organizations are actually coming together. Judy, over the years, we were all kind of separate.
Yep.
We did this group over here, and we're coming together, and we're realizing that we really need to collaborate. And this past summer, I sat on the National Endowment for the Arts for the Challenge America program. And as I talked to arts organizations throughout the city, I'm telling them the first 3 questions was about your partnerships, your collaborations, because I want to be able to see as well how you're using these resources, especially with COVID. Money is always tight for the arts.
I was talking to Tammy Myers yesterday, and she said, I don't know how long she's been teaching, but there's somebody from the university that came over in theater department that's doing social theater and something else, and came to her and said, we would like to collaborate and work with you. And she said it was just so incredibly exciting to have them reach out and she said it was just life-changing in terms of where they are. It was that she said the lessons that she taught, she said she's going to be using with her students. So again, back to that collaboration.
And you'll see that a lot more with the University of Florida. I know part of their community engagement, and especially with their diversity, equity, and inclusion, is to be more a part of the community. So
that's awesome. I am interested to know, how do you connect with Dance Alive? When that happened, and how do you? Yeah, it's good to know, because
so when I was a little girl living in the Pleasant Street district, we walked over to her studio, her parents' studio. So I have always known about Judy and Kim. I connect because of Judy. Judy has opened the world of dance alive to the community. And so for persons like me who doesn't really get that opportunity to see professional ballet, she's done that. I worked with Joan Frosch over at the University of Florida, and she and I had a conversation about where African Americans are in dance. And you would think there were no African Americans that would take ballet, but we know that not to be true. But when you can see people that look like you, it opens more doors, which is one of the reasons why I like Dance Alive's Generation X, that it gives us, to see. And then we have had Laverne Porter Mitchell, who's introduced modern dance. And
Laverne is Horton style. She's absolutely old Gainesville, known her forever. She's an absolute honey, the coolest lady. Met her at the 1,000 Voices at the Cade, hadn't seen her for a while, was so good. Angie Terrell was there, and that made it felt really good.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. And I mean, in your opinion, and you just say, like, you connect because of Judy and because of the community, but what do you think that our company at Dance Alive apport to what we give? What is your opinion? What we exactly?
I think
to the
Dance Alive
community
should continue doing what Dance Alive is doing, and continue to do it well. And I think what is important is that the community know that there are professional ballet companies in our community, so that we can see top quality entertainment. I know on Facebook I just saw the Gainesville Orchestra just presented again. We need to have organizations like Dance Alive. People come here, they travel, they visit. So to be able to see a top quality ballet company right in your neighborhood is a treat.
That's right.
And that's what I think Dance Alive gives. And then there's the community theater, but it has its place. But we want to be a place where I could look at you and maybe one day want to be a dancer.
That's awesome. It's inspiring.
It is inspiring.
For me, as a dancer and as a member of the company, I love to hear that. I love to hear that what we do, it really impact in people, and really, like touch people's heart and conscience. which is awesome.
Which is the purpose of arts, right?
Exactly.
Whether it's the literary, performing in your case, we're bringing a different world.
Yeah.
We're opening your mind. I remember the first time when I realized you guys would come into Alachua, I'm like, this is very rural. Like, you want to do this? But it was fantastic. I saw your smaller show at the chamber meeting and then the bigger one at Legacy. And so you're reaching people that may not have thought about it. Mm-hmm. And I knew when we were doing that trip to Tallahassee, we one of the representatives from McClenny.
Yep.
I can't remember his name. I apologize.
I have a picture of it. I was going to send it, and I couldn't remember the name, and I thought I'll be in trouble.
Yeah, we're doing that 30-minute spill. We don't went to Keith Perry. He was good. He started talking about the music center and like, can we tell you about the arts and why do you need it? And he's like, I'm not going to see any plays, but I'll tell my wife about it. And that's why this is so important.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things when we were talking in the Arts Council, it was like they were talking about getting a calendar going, and we don't know what each other is doing. Right. And we were talking to Jessica Hirov last week? Last week?
Yeah.
And one of the good things is the what's good.
That's right.
Every week you can, there's something going on in this county that there's so much you can't get to it. I'm trying to get my schedule in. I know there's something at Black Sea on Friday that I need to get to and I need to see, but there's also something else going on, and it's like, how am I going to do all of this? There's so much going on in this county and going on in Alachua, in the city as well.
In the city.
That's
You're
awesome.
key to that, woman.
I am trying. Over at the Aquin Jones, we have a literary series. So we have the Meet the Author each month. We feature a local writer. And then we have music on the patio. And then in our exhibition, we have one that's done by Dr. Dietra Houchen, who's now with the county, but this was her dissertation on Lincoln Middle School. So she and some of the faculty members from the University of Florida did a beautiful, beautiful exhibition on what the classroom would have looked like in the history of Lincoln Middle School.
Wow.
And then we've got some new traveling exhibitions coming in in the summer.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. And I have to thank you one more time for being here.
You.
And it's our tradition. We have a trivia question for you.
Oh my goodness.
But this is easy. It's easy. It's easy because it's this time of the year. And I want you to tell me, which ballet do you think is this one?
The Nutcracker.
Great. Yes. It's the Nutcracker, and I bring this picture out because I want to say this. We have Nutcracker happening, guys. Oh, Mother Goose and Nutcracker too. So we have performance.
Lauren Poe is going to be Mother Goose. Phoebe Cade Miles is going to be Mother Goose. And a person that I taught in 3rd grade, who's now a surgeon, is going to be Mother Goose. He said it's full circle because he was a tumbler when he was a child. And now he's going to be
Yeah. So, it's important for us to say that Nutcracker shows are coming, guys, and we are going to be on town performing at the Phillips Center. The 18, 19. We have performance at 2. We have performance at 7:30. So you don't have excuse to lose it.
We have school shows coming in, which is part of our mission.
Exactly.
And then the Magic of Nutcracker, which we're bringing in students from Florida School of the Deaf and Blind that will be there.
Yes.
And may I say one other thing?
Yes.
I would be remiss if I did not mention that we talked about the Arts Council. The Arts Council is the Alachua County Arts Council. It's an advisory board to the Board of County Commissioners. And January 22nd, we're having our first annual artist conference.
Wow.
So we're going to have lectures, talks, how to get grants, how to work social media, how to network, which is something Judy worked on with us when she was on the board. So January 22nd, and if you'd like more information, reach out to Gina Peoples or go on the Board of County Commissioners website.
Wow.
I'm so happy that's happening. We had talked about it, and it's yes.
That's the magic of community, right?
Yes.
That's what happened when people get together. So, well, we don't have time for more. I want to thank you one more time.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we will see you guys again next week.
Next week on stage with
Dance Alive. Bye.